There was a lot of other, fights on the card that was fun, like Santiago Ponzinibbio and Alex Morono. That was a great fight. There was Raul Rosas Jr. as well that dominated his fight. Hey, shout out to the 17, 18-year-old kid. He's very, very good. Jairzinho Rosenstruck. Oh my God, that was a great knockout. Edmund Shabazian back on track as well. Chris Curtis against Joaquin Buckley. Great fight. There was a lot of great fight. And but I think the performance of the night was definitely Ilia Topuria. Oh, and before I talk about Ilia Topuria, I have to talk about Darren Till. Sad. Extremely. I don't want to go too long on a rant, but can we all just agree that Darren Till wasn't what we expected him to be? Like, it's not like he wasn't what he used to be. He just never was, unfortunately. If you go back at his fight, the only real good performance he had was probably against, like, Donald Cerrone, an old Donald Cerrone. And other than that, he got, like, a gift decision against Stephen Thompson. And then, got submitted by Tyron Woodley, got knocked out by Jorge Masvidal, changed weight, got a gift decision against Kelvin Gastelum. It's just been, like... It's been a tough ride if you're a Darren Till fan, I'll tell you that much. And last night's fight I feel like it was just a combination of all of that into one performance. You saw him, like, a lack of urgency, couldn't defend any takedowns. Like, hasn't he been training with Khamzat Chimaev? Can't defend a single takedown, even when Duplessis is clearly dead tired. He still shoots a desperate takedown and find it. He's hurt, wobble, and still finds a way to take Darren Till down. It was a poor performance. It was not fun to watch. It was not like a high-level chess match or anything like that. I just felt bad for Darren Till, to be honest. I don't know what's the next move, what's the next game plan or anything like that, but he just doesn't look the level that we thought he was, and, it's okay. It is okay. There's nothing else to say. I'm not going to try to shine his wheel because I just shit on him because that just sounds fake. I just don't think Darren Till is where we thought he was. That's just the reality. But Ilia Topuria, coming back to Ilia Topuria, that dude is a fucking monster. Like I said, there was a lot of great performance, but no one surprised me more than Ilia Topuria. Maybe because I'm just like a casual and I haven't like seen him enough and stuff like that. But I didn't expect him to dominate Bryce Mitchell in that way because I've seen Bryce Mitchell against great striker like Edson Barbosa. And he even knocked Barbosa down with his striking. He had like unorthodox striking and great defense. Barbosa couldn't really leg kick him at all. But Topuria was just way too fast, way too clean, way too powerful. Like extremely accurate with his shot as well. Like it seemed like he was a bit shorter reach and all, but he would still be super accurate with everything he would throw. So yeah, I mean, big shout out to Ilia Topuria because he really dominated in that fight. And Bryce Mitchell is, he's a G, he's a gangster, and I really do appreciate everything that comes out of Bryce Mitchell's mouth. I think he's motivational. And he's real as well. Bryce Mitchell is a real guy. You see, I talked about real and fake a little bit, and I think Bryce Mitchell is as real as it gets. He speaks from the heart, and you can't help but respect that dude, But it's a tough loss when you lose like that because there's no excuses. You can't go back in the locker room and be like, well, he just knocked me out. I got caught with a punch or I got caught in a submission. It's like Topuria dominated in every aspect of mixed martial arts, whether it was on the feet, completely outstriking Bryce Mitchell, countering every time he had the opportunity. And then on the ground, it was also a mauling as well. It feels like Topuria was 50 pounds heavier the way he was controlling Mitchell. So yeah, it's a tough loss for Mitchell. I'm not gonna lie, it's one of the toughest type of loss that you can receive because you have no excuses for yourself, Even though sometimes, excuses are bad, you have to be accountable. But just having a little bit of like reasoning why, I lost, but I could have. Now there's no I could have in this situation for Mitchell because he got dominated everywhere. He tried to take him down, couldn't. At the end, he took him down at the end of the first round for a little bit. And then in the second round, Bryce Mitchell was trying to shoot for takedown. Ilia reversed him. It was just like, I don't know, it was just a mauling. And even the commentators were like, oh, you shouldn't engage with Mitchell on the ground. Topuria was like, fuck that. I'm in there. Like, I'm not scared. And that's badass movement. That's just bad. I just respect that a lot when like a guy's not afraid to be anywhere on like anywhere in the fight he's comfortable in. And Topuria seems comfortable everywhere. He wasn't scared. He wasn't, shying away from any situations in the fight. And he proved himself right. He proved, his doubters wrong, because he said it before. He was better everywhere, and that's what he showed. And Topuria has a lot of potential. I can't wait to see him against top featherweights. He talked about Brian Ortega. I would love to see him against against what's his name, Calvin Kattar, and Topuria would be a fun fight. But even the other guy, the guy who's fighting for the interim belt, Josh Emmett. Josh Emmett and Topuria would be a great fight as well. Two stocky, powerful guy, and even Volkanovski. Volkanovski and Topuria would be a great fight. He matches up with the featherweight very great. So let's see what happens next. But Topuria's future seems very great. I'm super impressed with him, and he was the greatest performance in my opinion for UFC 282. So outside of the nonsense in the co-main event and main event, it was a fun night. It's just sad that at the end we leave with a sour taste in our mouth. Pause again. So this is all I have to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will catch you all in the next one. Peace out, guys.